Very good morning to all of you. Today we are starting a new chapter, chapter 6, Glimpses of India by Lucio Rodriguez. This chapter is having three different stories from three different states. First one is A Baker from Goa. A Baker from Goa is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in his society. This narrator is the narrator is actually traveling through the memory lane, thinking about the loaves of bread a baker delivered every morning. Actually, Goa is very much influenced by the Portuguese. Their traditional work can be still seen there. The Portuguese are famous for preparing the loaves of bread. We can come across the bakers of bread. And here the writer tells about his childhood days in Goa when the baker used to visit their friend. He used to visit the house twice a day. In the morning, his jingling sound of the bamboo woke them from sleep. They all ran to meet him. The loaves were purchased by the man servant of the house. The villagers were much fond of the sweet bread known as bol. The marriage gifts were meaningless without it. So, the baker's furnace in the village was the most essential thing. The lady of the house prepared sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. In those days, the bread sellers wore a particular dress known as kabai. It was a single piece long frock up to the knees. Even today, they can be seen wearing a half pant that reaches just below the knees. People usually comment that he is dressed like a padder. Baking was a profitable profession in the old days. The baker and his family never starved and they looked happy and prosperous. So, this is the summary of part 1, A Baker from Goa. Now, I will read out the second part, which is about Korg. Korg is a coffee producing area in Karnataka state of India. It is situated midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore. This land is famous for its rainforest and spices. The writer seems to be fascinated by the beauty of the place and says that it must have come from the kingdom of God. It is the smallest district of Karnataka. Korg is a heavenly place which lies midway between Mysore and Mangalore. It is the smallest district, as we know, in Karnataka and has evergreen forests, spices, and coffee plantations. The best season is between September and March, when the weather is perfect for a visit to Korg. The people are of Greek or Arabic descent. It is rumored that a part of Alexander's army drifted here and found it impossible to return. They married among the locals, so their traditions and rights may be different from other Indians. Some people say that Corgis are of Arabic descent, as many people wear a long black coat with embroidered waist belt, which is similar to the kafia worn by the Arabs. The people of Korg are known for their hospitality and recount many tales of bravery. General Chariappa, the first army chief, was a Korgi. The Kodavas are the only people in India to carry firearms without license. A variety of wildlife like the mahasir, large freshwater fish, kingfishers, squirrels, langurs, and elephants can be seen here. Korg is also well known for high energy adventures like river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, rock climbing, etc. The Brahmagiri hills give the climber an awe inspiring view of Korg. A wall across the rope bridge leads to the 64-acre island of Nisarga Dhama. Bailakupi in Korg is India's largest settlement of Buddhist monks. These Buddhist monks can be seen here dressed in red, ochre, and yellow robes. So, this is about the state Korg. Now, we will know about the third and the last part of this chapter, that is of Assam. And we will know about the tea from Assam. This is a very short description of Assam, though, a northern eastern state in India. This state is famous for its tea plantation. In this extract, Pranjal, a youngster from Assam, is Rajveer's classmate at a school in Delhi. Pranjal's father is a manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjal has invited Rajveer to visit his home during the summer vacation. Tea from Assam is an interesting story about tea, its history and significance. These two boys, Rajveer and Pranjal, are traveling to Assam. Rajveer tells Pranjal that over Rajveer tells Pranjal that over 8 crores cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world. The train passes through green hills with a sea of tea bushes as far as can be seen. Rajveer is very excited, but Pranjal, who has been brought up on a plantation, does not share his excitement. Rajveer then tells him about the various legends, Indian and Chinese, behind tea. He tells him how a Chinese emperor by chance discovered tea back in 2700 BC. Another story was about how 10 tea plants grew out of eyelids of Bodhidharma, a Buddhist ascetic. The words chai and chini are Chinese words. It was only in the 16th century that tea came to Europe. By now, they had reached Marian Junction, where they got down and set off for Dhekiabari tea estate. On both sides of the road, there were tea bushes with women plucking tea leaves. Pranjal's father told Rajveer that he would tell them many more things about tea plantation. So, these three states, the stories and the famous things about the three different states of India, Assam, Karnataka, and Goa. We have got to know three stories about three states of India, and how it is important and famous in those states. These are very simple story. Actually, these are based on real facts. So read this out thoroughly and try to know and discover many more new things about the three states and other states as well on your own. And after just listening the summary, I would like to tell you it would be very good, and it would be better if you go through the entire text and then try to find out many question answers which are arising within you, and after that I will after delivering the short summary of these three parts, I'll give you question answers from the entire chapter. Till then, read it out and enjoy knowing the facts from the three states of India.